Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy CowboyJobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, well, we just know this would not work. Well, it's New Year's Eve, and I'm hoping that everybody has a great new year. 2017 is over, or at least it will be in a few hours. Well, unless you're Mark, who's over in England, who 2018 is already there. Yeah, this wasn't the season that we had hoped for, but it's part of that cycle in the NFL where the worst gets to the first and the first takes a step back. And that's us. And as bad as our season is, it could be worse. Let's go to Doc Walker in New York and see how he sums up the Washington Redskins.
Well, Redskin Nation, this was living out your worst nightmare. You come in on New Year's Eve and you lose to a team that we had described as being awful. Well, then what does that make us if we couldn't beat them at home? The game started off favoring the New York Football Giants with an explosive run, and it would end just about the same way. To say that I'm disappointed would be a massive understatement. I'm devastated by the fact that we underachieved as a football team. Now what's next? What's next is to pick up the pieces and find out who deserves to wear this uniform for 2018. For all of you that chipped in, man, thanks so much for your support. Have a happy new year. Hail to the Redskins. We have to get better.
Yeah, Doc Walker. It was a rough season for you Redskins. I'm going to pour Jobu a refill. And I tell you what, Doc Walker, you're okay with me, man. You may be a Redskin former player and Redskin fan, but you keeps it real. And I got to tell you, I love that. Well, for our Cowboys, change is coming. Definitely. Hopefully we'll know in the next day or two who's out and who's in. It's looking like Scott Linehan is out. And I got to tell you, that game plan that we had, that offense, I'm sorry, it is just the same predictable offense over and over again. And we need change in a new direction without a doubt on that offense. The defense, hey, they pitched a shutout. And I know the Eagle fans out there, I'm curious to see how many of them are on here tonight. You got to be worried right now. I know they're going to say, well, we weren't playing our starters for the whole game, and that's why the Cowboys ended up winning. Well, I got to tell you, you had Nick Foles, your quarterback for the playoffs, in there, and he stunk. I mean, damn. You got to be worried going into the playoffs. Now, I'm going to congratulate you guys because you're doing what we didn't. We didn't make the playoffs. We were 9-7. And we looked like a defeated team. We did not even look like a 9-7 team for the most part. Hell, you would have thought we were the Cleveland Browns some weeks. We got a lot to work on. We got to get back to work. And we got to keep pounding at it. I'm afraid we're going to be keeping Jason Garrett. And you guys know how I feel about Jason Garrett as our coach, but it is what it is. We can either choose to get behind our team and be Dallas Cowboy fans, or you can stop watching football or find another team. But the reality is, if you're a Cowboy fan, Jerry Jones doesn't change them. All you can do is hope and pray that maybe this year he'll get it right. And being a football fan, short for fanatic, it's really not far from insanity. I wish the season had turned out differently. I wish that tomorrow I was talking about the Cowboys and what noise they were going to make in the playoffs. And I wish that I would be watching them at the Super Bowl. But unfortunately, it just wasn't meant to be. We'll be watching other teams like we have over the last 22 years and hoping that maybe next year will be our chance. I hope that Jerry Jones thinks long and hard about the direction of this team and about what kind of team he wants to have. We know what we've got with Jason Garrett and his mediocrity. And I find it hard to believe that that's what Jerry Jones wants to settle for. But hey, what do I know? I'm a guy with a day job and a voodoo doll. Whew. I hope everybody out there has a happy new year. Whatever you're going or whatever you're doing, please be safe, because there are a few crazy people out there. There'll be people drinking and driving on the roads and so on. So be safe out there. Me and the wife are going to be going to a New Year's party somewhere with some old friends. And so I'll probably live stream the end of the year into the new year with you guys, because you guys mean everything to me. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you guys that have been integral in making this show what it is. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for a great 2017. And I look for so much more in 2018. I'm Mark Holmes. This is CowboyJobu, and Happy New Year.
Well, Redskin Nation, this was living out your worst nightmare. You come in on New Year's Eve and you lose to a team that we had described as being awful. Well, then what does that make us if we couldn't beat them at home? The game started off favoring the New York Football Giants with an explosive run, and it would end just about the same way. To say that I'm disappointed would be a massive understatement. I'm devastated by the fact that we underachieved as a football team. Now what's next? What's next is to pick up the pieces and find out who deserves to wear this uniform for 2018. For all of you that have chipped in, man, thanks so much for your support. Have a happy new year. Hail to the Redskins. We have to get better.